Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, there is an issue. There is a real issue that is going to continue to show up, which is Chasm, Ben Reilly. Chasm and Ben Reilly, I see what they wanted to do. They had an awesome suit for Spider-Man. They couldn't really give it to Spider-Man, so they had to give it to someone. And, well, considering what the road that Ben Reilly went down, I think it's really, really horrible. So, the good question is this. How can we actually make sure that Ben Reilly's name and character won't get besmudged? Which technically, he is Ben Reilly, but not truly Ben Reilly. I think along the way he got mixed. But here's how I would have fixed it. It's very simple to fix this whole entire thing. The clone conspiracy, the different Jackal, the new Jackal that showed up, is not Ben Reilly. It's Spider-Side. That would fix everything. So that means that every single thing that's going on, because Spider-Side didn't actually get to have anything, really. Yes, I know he's big and bulky. I know that. And I would just basically say, Dragon Ball Z-wise, he's brawly. There you go. He's able to become jacked if he wants to. He could actually become the buff one. But he only does that when he really needs to, which I don't know. I think he most likely will never will, or it's just the fact that Spider-Side returned. He's stable, but since he's very stable, guess what? He can't actually turn big and bulky anymore because he's stable. His unstable state allowed him to actually do that, but now he can't do it anymore. We could even get to the interesting part of where Spider-Side didn't have a name. Since Spider-Side didn't have a name, he decided to choose the name that actually makes perfect sense, which is he just decided to say, I'm Ben Reilly. So if we can do all that, it will be very, very fun. And technically, they can still do it right now, but there is lots of issues. Because Spider-Side did not become a hero, I think he always became a villain, so that means that the whole wiping his memory and stuff didn't really have to happen. Because Spider-Side didn't even care about being a hero, if I remember correctly. So all that mind wiping when it came to Spider-Man Beyond, they didn't need to do it because it's Spider-Side. That's the only messed up part, but that's going to be a lot of retcons if you can make this work, which will be great if you can make it work. It will be great. So I would just say that Spider-Side was doing this his whole entire time, and he's been calming everyone. And he says he's Ben Reilly, but guess what? It's not Ben Reilly, it's Spider-Side. And Spider-Side gets to have a new lease on life because he's able to actually do things that he couldn't do previously. But with that said, can you actually mix this in with what's going on right now? I mean, it's great. Spider-Side got a new suit. He got new abilities. It's so good. The only messed up part is the fact of where it's like, when can we actually get to the point of saying that Spider-Side was also in clone conspiracy secretly? Or just the fact of where maybe Ben Reilly he was there. The only messed up part is during the whole things coming back together, he got switched with Spider-Side, and Spider-Side decided to lock him up just like as if he's Cindy Moon. So as soon as Ben Reilly is able to get out of his prison, he's able to say, what's going on? What happened? And Spider-Side, what in the world is this? It's like, it would be great to actually just have another Ben Reilly. The actual Ben Reilly coming back and saying, oh my gosh, what happened? What's all this? Just to have Spider-Side saying, yes, indeed. I took over your life. I started and continued on. And no one actually had none the wiser. I was even a fool Peter Parker. I even fooled Kane. After battles and fights. Yeah, that would have been great. Just actually make a new reveal being like, yeah, we could even go to the idea of maybe he switched. After all this clone conspiracy, he felt very, very bad about himself. And that's when Spider-Side jumped him, put him in a prison bridge building, I don't know, some cell block that no one knows about, and he decided to be like, yep, I can be Ben Reilly. I can do this. Even though I would prefer perhaps he made himself back and then he made Ben Reilly back. Or Ben Reilly actually was able to come back just for Spider-Side to also come back as well, and Spider-Side jumped Ben Reilly early Clone Conspiracy. So he could actually assume Ben Reilly's identity while Ben Reilly's just been stuck somewhere all this time. I think that would make a good way to how to actually fix all this. But of course there's issues. It's like, yeah, but Spider-Side does have the memories of Peter Parker, I believe. And you could just say that he has a new lease on life, just like how Kane got a new lease on life. And Spider-Side tried to become a hero, but he kept on getting his memory scrambled to the point where it's like Spider-Side doesn't even remember he's Spider-Side. And it's like, So if we can actually make it so that all that scrambling and DNA stuff, Daddy forgot that he's Spider-Side because they kept on wiping his memory, and that's the first thing that got to go. First thing got to go is all the stuff that happened beforehand. So as long as that all got wiped clean, because he forgot, or he locked it away, unknown. And then Ben Reilly shows up again, and Ben Reilly's like, what is going on here? And he's like, what the hell is another clone? It's like, no, guys. It's me, Ben Reilly. It's me. It's actually me. And then you have Spider-Man, Peter Parker saying, what? And then you have Kane be like, what exactly is this going on here? And of course, well, you have Spider-Side, aka the other Ben Reilly showing up, still there, with a girlfriend now. And that's the sad part where it's like, Kane never got to have a girlfriend. Ben Reilly did have a girlfriend, even though she was a jerk, but I'm pretty sure he could get back together if he wanted to, and I'm pretty sure he might have tried to do that if he got the chance to. But either way, this will make a good confrontation of all of them coming together and being like, what? Because I'm pretty sure people will most likely not even take this. The only person who can make it work is the next writer who actually is good enough to make all of it pieced together where it's like, yeah, we know Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly doesn't act like this. Clone Conspiracy and stuff like that, he wouldn't have been down with that. He wouldn't have done this. So who could actually have done it that was a clone? The only clone left is Spider-Side. And Spider-Side never really got to have a moment to actually be smart, developing, stable. But now since Spider-Side is stable, here he is basically trying to make up. Maybe he's just making up because he was not even a hero. He wasn't a hero at all. So he has the most to actually make up for because he wasn't a hero. He was a clone that got destroyed because he got flat out in the pavement. Slapped in the pavement. That's what I heard how he got defeated was that he fell off a roof and he splattered onto the pavement of the street. So for him to actually be able to come back, and he has all of his mind corrected. He's not unstable. He actually is perfectly stable. Don't you think he actually feel like, oh my gosh, I did so much stuff. I was a flunky for, Jackal, and I don't think Dr. Octavius, but still he was a flunky for Jackal. So it's like, he might as well take Jackal's mantle and try to make it something good, and try to do something good, and drop his Spider-Side identity. But he needs a name, so he came up with like, I'll just be like Ben Reilly then. It's like, even though I took Ben Reilly and pushed him over there and now he's locked over there, it's either that or you could just say that Ben Reilly wasn't reincarnated. They didn't bring back Ben Reilly. Instead, they thought they brought back Ben Reilly, but nope, it was Spider-Side. Nope, you guys got conned. Ben Reilly is still dead. Spider-Side was here this whole entire time, and he's actually posing as Ben Reilly. I think that will save Ben Reilly's character to the point where it's like, oh, that's good, because now Even though that means every single issue is a lie, because that's not Ben Reilly, that's Spider-Side. And I guess as soon as Ben Reilly officially comes back, you can give Spider-Side an actual name, because it sucks that that's why I call him Spider-Side. That's the only name that he got. So I was like, yeah, so then who knows what he would go with? He's like, who knows what name would they choose for him? I don't think he goes with Miles Warren. I don't think he can do that. So I guess he would go with maybe like Parker Warren, maybe Miles Reilly, because well, you know, why not? Yeah, he takes his name of the father and used the in quotations mother or something like that. I don't know. It's like I have no idea, but this is the only fix I can actually do for Ben Reilly. This works out. Where it's like, yeah, they didn't. Ben Reilly wasn't reincarnated. No, this whole entire time was Spider-Side, and Spider-Side forgot that who he was after getting electrocuted, thanks to, of course, the Beyond Corporation. And now he's just thinks he really is Ben Reilly, when in fact, nope. That first shock, the first wiping of your memory and everything, that took everything away of you remembering that you're Spider-Side. Because that was like the first thing that you most likely had to get rid of is that. It's either that or he locked it so much that he still wants to be Ben Reilly so much. And it's like, well, here's the funniest part where it's like, dude, he wanted to be a hero so badly, just to the point where he turned into an anti-hero. You're not even, you wanted to be a hero, Spider-Side, and now here you are not being a hero. You're just going back to the ways you were. And you were actually practically a villain too, where it's like, yeah, that makes more sense versus Ben Reilly turning into a villain like this. So it depends on the writer. If the writer could actually take this storyline and be like, yep, revealed. Yes, Identity Crisis 2 or Shocker Reveal or Spider-Side Lives After All. That would be cool. Spider-Side Lives After All, and his reveal expose of, oh my gosh, Ben Reilly wasn't Ben Reilly. It was Spider-Side. Spider-Side was doing all this stuff. That Spider-Side suit, not Ben Reilly's suit. Ben Reilly is still dead. Ben Reilly has not actually been reincarnated. That works out. He's like, yeah, because why not? Why not allow Spider-Side to get a taste of his life, a taste of actual life and living, versus just being big and bulky, unstable. Yeah, so I'm gonna web out. What do you guys think about this? Peace.